Late Night with Dave. Tonight's first guest is a student at Franklin College, David Land, everyone. And David, my first question to ask you today is, why are you here? Well, Dave, to be honest with you, I just needed something to do for my assignment. So tell me, why are you interviewing yourself? It seems like such a weird thing to do. Well, Dave, you know, I just needed something to do for my video assignment. But why didn't you just send your professor an email? I mean, that seems like the logical thing to do. Well, there's a funny story about that. You know, honestly, I don't really know what our assignment is. You know, I never received an email from my professor, Miss Lisco. I never, you know, I asked a bunch of my fellow students. I didn't get any response, or when I got a response, they didn't know what they were doing. You know, I was just kind of, you know, concerned, so I'm like, well, what am I supposed to do? Well, it's a journalism class, so, you know, I figured I'd have to do a really boring interview with somebody who'd be unwilling or you know, interesting, or, you know, and I just decided, well, I'm unwilling and uninteresting, and I figured I'd interview myself. You know, it seemed like the logical thing to do. Okay, one last question. It seems a bit narcissistic to interview yourself. Couldn't you find anyone else? Well, you know, I don't know how other students at Franklin College work. I assume that they are, you know, similar to me, and in which they have lives, and, you know, they're not thinking about school, you know, 24/7. Sometimes it's fun to have a weekend where you relax, you know, read some racing magazines, watch some racing on YouTube, play racing video games, and other things like that. You know, I have to have a life sometime. You know, I can't constantly be thinking about school, and I just didn't even think about it. You know, I figured I'd check my email and there'd be my assignment there, rather than these vague memories of, you know, like say dog, see dog, and a hand shot, and all that stuff. I had very vague idea of what the assignment was. So, you know, instead of, you know, bother my professor, you know, who I also would assume has a life, at 9 o'clock on Sunday night, I figured I'd just do this. Well, what a crazy guy. After the break, we bring in a football player who thought he was playing hockey for 10 years.